imagine your 10 favourite things to do, you can no longer do anymore for the rest of your life. Like, what are you going to do with your life if you can't do the things that you love? If you could get one of those things back, how amazing would that be? So you sort of value all those smaller things so much more because you know you can never do them again. I'm a C5 tetraplegic. Essentially what that means is that my fifth vertebrae down in my neck, the spinal cord is severed there, which means that anything that the nerves below that level feed, I can't use. I can't use half of my arms, so I can't use my triceps or my wrists and some of my forearm muscles.
Written through the pounds, the lines and trends of a journeys are into my demands. Seem to be forever, forever ago. Suddenly it's changed and we're stuck alone. And I told you not to cry in those crystal tears, for in those drops falls out your fear.
I've always loved music, and I think that comes a lot from my dad. He's always had a passion for music, and I've always sort of followed him with that. I've just always wanted to play as much music live as possible. But even playing with other people itself is just amazing fun, and having that sort of whole part of my life ripped away, that whole craving, you can't fulfill it. It's a bit of a frustration, you know. There is no way for me to properly express myself physically or sort of creatively.
And what would it mean to you being able to create music again?
Masses. It would be, honestly, like a huge part of my life back. Just being in a sort of having sort of an accident like I've had, a lot of what you deal with is just not feeling like yourself again. You don't feel like you are the same person. I think getting something that is important to me as music would be a massive step into me coming to terms with everything, but also getting back to the best version of me, rather than just sort of a zombie that goes around day to day doing all this sort of physio stuff but actually not doing anything worthwhile or enjoyable.
Eyes as bright as gold, please look out to sea, for I cannot bear to watch you leave. And I told you not to cry those crystal tears, for in those drops falls out your fears. And I asked you not to worry, and I asked you not to cry, for I'm not sure how to say goodbye.
Do you aim in the future to be self-sufficient, and do you think that's achievable?
No, it's not. Like, I'll never be able to put my shoes on. That's not going to happen. Like, it will. Like, unfortunately, it's just not something that's possible.
So you feel it's important then for you to have something that is your own?
Yeah, yeah. Having something that I'm in full control of, that I can do by myself, that I enjoy for myself, that would be awesome, yeah. right now I don't think I have that. I think the more you get back to being in real life, the better things start to be. But you know, there are definitely still some dark weeks where you're just like, it's very difficult to get excited about life when there's very little you actually enjoy doing anymore. And being around friends is a real good thing with that. But there's definitely always going to be that barrier there. I don't know.
What would you say is one of the more important things that's helping you stay strong through it?
Friends and family. I mean, that's pretty much the biggest thing by far. My family were awesome. I hadn't seen my sister in a long time, so I went home to surprise her. Went out for lunch the next day, then on the way home from lunch, there were two tractors in the road. She went to overtake them, and the tractor behind overtook the tractor in front. So we were stuck behind that tractor. It cut in front of the other tractor, and another car was coming that way. So she veered off the road to sort of avoid hitting that, and then lost control of the car and ended up hitting into a parked lorry on the side of the road.
In the crash, I lost my sister, Georgie, who was the most fun. And I think that's really left a hole in our family, but it's also brought us a lot closer together. And obviously there isn't a day when I'm like, I wish Georgie was back, and because a lot of the time she's the person that would be the perfect person to talk to about the shit I'm going through that day. But I think the important thing is that my family is closer now than it ever has been, and they've been unbelievable with getting me through what I've been through.
Falling down before I take off, face down in the dirt, get back up as though it didn't hurt.
I had a lot of things that I used to love to do. I was quite a busy person, and lots of different hobbies I used to try and do as much as possible. I sort of played rugby, even played American football for a while, used to play squash every day, and then also used to play music maybe 2-3 hours a day. Having all of those sort of eliminated, or not being able to do any of those, there's just so much spare time. And when you're in hospital, you've got a lot of things to preoccupy yourself with, but then when you come out, one of the biggest things that I found that was frustrating was just being bored. And I think art has really been a way to stop boredom, but then obviously itch or scratch that itch, if you like, of being creative again, I guess.
Doing that art really gave me something that was for me. It was just something that I could do that wasn't sort of university related or work related or physio related. It was something creative that I could do. So I sort of put a lot of energy into that, I suppose, as an alternative to music, but nothing's quite the same as music.
Can someone catch me now as I fall down?
Something that I'd never really thought of before, but now I think, and I don't mean anytime soon, but in the future, to be able to have a family would be amazing for me. Now that it's much less likely, I've had a chance to really think about it, and I think that would be something that would be a way to make my life really important again.
Just try it then. You just call out the chords when you want me to play them.
Yeah, man. I guess we'll just...
How? It's certainly a challenge, but you know, I think starting any instrument is always a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. It's not something that's a chore. It's something that you want to explore more of, you know. So it's definitely quite difficult, but at the same time quite intuitive. You know, it felt like that's how it should play. And obviously it's tricky to sort of keep my hand going at sort of the correct rhythms or, you know, things like that, but it felt pretty good to play actually. I'm excited to play more. It's honestly probably the first thing in nearly 2 years that I've actually looked forward to doing, something I've actually had that I can see myself doing in the future, enjoying and having fun, and that is amazing. That's just... And it's tangible, you know, it's not, oh, I would really look forward to being a sort of a billionaire playboy philanthropist, like Iron Man or some shit, and get some magical legs. It's tangible, like it is possible for me to play music how I'd like to. I think that's pretty fun.